So what I do want to talk about is how to be a skilled lifter, how to be a proficient lifter. Look at me, I'm taking my shoes off. How to be a good lifter is probably the better way of describing it. Because, like, there is a false idea that time makes you a good lifter.
So we post about this.
I've been training for X amount of years. Like, I've seen people who train, I don't even know what train means, working out, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. And then you watch them work out and you're like, man, like, there's a lot of room for improvement just to increase the effectiveness of the session as well.
Yeah.
Less time, more effort, because you're going to be better at it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get a better return on the other side. So I narrowed this down, and this is an exclusive, right? This was me just going, what do I think inside the gym makes a good lifter?
Yep.
There's 3 key areas. What would you say they are? I'm curious to see if we think the same.
Areas.
So there's 3 things I think you inside the gym make you the increase the likelihood of you achieving the results you want.
Technique.
Yep, that's one.
Intensity.
Yeah, that's 2. I don't know if you get the next one. It's before both of those.
Preparation.
Hey, there you go. And that's exactly the word I put. So preparation, movement, proficiency, high levels of effort. Like, if you can nail those 3 things, you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like, you're one of those people that just sets goals, like, and just achieves them and sets new ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even just look across the board with all the clients that you have.
Yeah.
Like, they do those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, perfect. So when it comes to preparation, what are you thinking about when you hear that word for your training session?
Personally?
Yep.
I am a desk worker who's 36 years old and overweight. So it's stretch/mobilize first. Access range of motions second. And then integrate that new range of motion third.
Yep.
And then I would probably add some kind of actually increasing core temperature as per the warm-up term.
Circulation, man.
Yeah. So they would be the 4.
Yeah, I agree. So I think the preparation component, I absolutely agree with everything you just said, and it's all here to prove it. But I think the preparation thing starts way before the gym.
Yeah.
And it layers into all of the things.
So to be fair, you said all 3 categories were in the gym.
Yeah.
Because I agree.
Preparation-wise, so I guess, like, thinking about preparation, it extends beyond the gym, right? So then, again, hammering home the same message that we have, like, kind of weekly. If you know I have this many sessions per week, and this is the particular session I'm going to do this day, and this is the time that I'm going to do it, like, you're preparing for that mentally, like you said, like, just getting yourself, kind of locked in, orchestrating, like, your meals and your hydration and your pre-workout nutrition potentially around those windows, to then when you walk in, you're at your, like, best physical version of yourself that isn't related to preparing, your soft tissue and your nervous system for the training session itself.
Yeah.
So then, you go in, like you kind of mentioned, some form of, like, elevation of core body temperature is good. And then the process that I have here is, apparently this is our method. It's for preparation, is stretch, mobilize, loadable pattern. So if we go,
that's what I said.
Yeah, so that's our method. Stretch, mobilize, loadable pattern. If you do those things, they should roughly take like 5 to 10 minutes.
Depends where you're at.
Maybe a little bit longer depending on the session. Like the leg sessions obviously take a little bit longer to prepare for.
Yeah, and your set point too. Like, if you're not that strong, you're pretty active.
Yeah.
You're going to have a heap of muscle mass and you're moving well and have no pain. Like, maybe it is less.
Absolutely.
If you're us, it's longer.
Yeah. Yeah, the bigger and stronger you are, the more time you need to prepare. So how do you like this for a quote? And this is all me, cuz. The first 10 minutes tells me everything about the next 90.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, which is true. Like, think about the times even I've, like, you just walked into the gym and just start training.
Yeah.
It's like their sessions are fucking mid.
Yeah.
So I like that idea. So yeah, if you aren't preparing yourself,
one thing strength athletes do really well.
Yeah.
Like from powerlifting culture, it's like you're expected to take 30 minutes before you get under the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you don't, you get cooked.
Yeah.
You know, which is one of the reasons that I.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like culturally frowned upon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as a bodybuilder, it's like, yeah, bro, get into it.
But you'll be found out.
Yeah.
In that pursuit.
Yeah.
The thing about bodybuilding is you can work around almost anything.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing either, though. You know, because then if you go to the next, like, because it leads on to the next two things. Like, you don't prepare yourself, you don't move well.
Yeah.
And you don't move well, you can't train to high levels of effort, right? And then it's like, well, you're not maximizing the stimulus that you could potentially create. And, you know, all of a sudden, it's like you could work out for 10 to 12 hours a week and look mid as shit.
Yes.
You know, when there's someone probably doing half the work, half the time. And potentially even like when we talk about work like volume.
Correct.
But they're extracting way more out of it. It's like as much as you like working out, you still want to get results, man. Yeah. People that hide behind the idea that they love training are the ones that like they only hide behind the love for training because they don't get the results that they want. If you were getting results that you wanted and someone said, hey, you keep doing less and you'll get more results, there becomes a point where you would say, yes, sweet, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, a little bit of a rant there. So movement quality. There's a distinct difference between just going through the motions and owning every rep.
Yeah.
You know, I think that...
That's good language. I like that. Owning every rep.
Yeah, owning every rep. And owning every rep, you could probably package that under, like, sufficient range of motion, you know, for the exercise, which is sufficient would be, you know, categorized from person to person. Obviously, you know, capacity of their own joints and, you know, limitations, etc. Then you got tension on the target muscle. So if you're training your back, then for those 10 reps, your back should be under tension for that, you know, 30 seconds.
Yes.
The whole time, you know? And then I would say like safe control. And it kind of leads into, I guess, like the loading the muscle, but it's just like a safe controlled, you know, tempo where you can basically stop at any point. Mm-hmm. Like I think if you, outside of the pursuit of maximal strength expression, you should be able to just go, if someone said like, hey, slow this down, you should be able to do that.
You can stop at maximum strength. You just can't keep going again.
It's
over for you.
Yeah. Did I miss anything there, do you think? Like sufficient range of motion, sufficient range of motion, tension, safe and controllable tempo. Like I think that if you deploy that practice or those groups in your training sessions, like you're creating the best stimulus possible.
Yeah, so I went through that whole thing of building out the definition of technique.
Yeah.
So execution of a movement through a predetermined range of motion, tick, with adherence to reference lines, decided upon by an individual's morphology in accordance to the target outcome.
Yeah.
So the reason I think the adherence to reference lines matters is if you are training for a strength stimulus, you're not necessarily focused on tension on a muscle. It might be center of mass, say in a squat. It might be positioning in a bench press. Like you're not doing a 3-rep max trying to put tension in your pec.
Yeah. So you're at home right now, you have no fucking idea if you move well.
Yeah.
How do you know?
The first thing I'm looking at is do all your reps look the same?
Yeah.
Cadence can change, but do all your reps look the same?
Yeah.
That's probably... And then it's like if your last 2 reps slow down, which we're going to talk about effort, but they stay the same, I'm going to say you're probably a good lifter.
Yeah, yeah. And I would say like just make it a conscious effort to learn.
Yeah.
Like the mirrors, like as sick as it is when you're fucking vascular and you got a sick as pump, the mirrors are there to, you know, so you can see yourself in a lot of cases to correct your form.
Yeah.
And when you know what the reference lines are like, just think of like a bunch of dots on your body and a bunch of lines connecting the dots. It's like you're literally trying to line those things up
Yeah.
mechanically when you train. No different to, I guess, like a stick person. You know, like that's
Yeah.
kind of what I like to envision when I'm training.
DM us. We have a YouTube series on it.
Yeah, and then I would like be going like YouTube channel, technique, like even just set up on machines and stuff. Like there's a lot of people, and I see them in the gym all the time. Like they are just like, I have to grab this from here and pull here. Like it just zero fucks about, you know, what the joint's doing, where the line of the force from the cable coming through their body is. It's just like movement centric, dominant thought process and nothing else. And that's where you are going to need exponentially more stimulus. You know, you're going to need more sets to accrue even something marginal to someone who works effectively.
With way more systemic fatigue.
Yeah, and then you're also like, well, what's the cost of that? Like, so if you're not moving in a manner that just solely loads the target tissues, something else is doing the work.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're hunched over and you're doing a fucking pull down and you're getting a lot of work in your biceps and your shoulders are elevated and whatnot, it's like, well, something else is pulling that load too, not just your biceps. So then it's like over time, like,
and more often than not, it's connective tissue that's getting overloaded more than it needs to.
Yeah. And then you can't flare your lats. So then your back's small, your lats are small, right? So what's the thing that they instantly think they need to do to make their lats bigger?
More pull down.
Let's do more.
Yeah.
You know, so you can just get into this endless cycle of poor choices and decision making when most of the time, like that's the first place I would go, like even if, like we're not talking about it today, but it's like if someone has a poor muscle group development wise, I'm like,
how are you training?
It's a movement issue before it's a volume issue. You know what I mean? Like it's
or genetics.
Well, yeah, to a degree. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm saying it's before it's genetics.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah.
I genetically have a small chest, but I grew it the last year.
Yeah, it's like
because I figured out where I need to be to load my chest, not just my delts.
You know, it's funny. Like, I don't know. I think if you can grow one muscle on your body, like I find it really hard unless someone can prove me otherwise that the genetic thing holds true. So
you go.
So the reason I say that is because, like, does that mean that you have more like less myonuclei in one muscle?
No.
It translates, different levels of
when
protein.
When I say genetics, I would say it's not necessarily the ability for the muscle to grow. It's your morphology that makes training that muscle more
absolutely. Yeah, so it's a leverage thing. Yeah, and it's an internal moment arm thing.
Correct.
I can.
So having long as fuck arms
100% agree with that.
Bodes well to having big front delts, but no chest.
Yeah, so then and then it's just like you got to think outside the box. So then I would say to someone like that, well, 90% of your chest training should be flies.
Yes.
Which
is exactly what I've done the last 5 months, and it grows.
But if you're the bro from the gym,
15 years ago, I'm going to get a big bench press. I'm going to press the fucking 50s.
Absolutely.
I have big front delts. Sick.
Everybody.
I hit in the last 2 weeks that Jace has been in the posing room. I've hit a rear, guys, from the back.
And the delts are just.
And Jace goes, "Fuck, this shot's just front delts." Like, fuck.
Yeah, and like that's. Because it's the standard procedure, big chest pressing. And then if you fall outside of that, like we've just explained, you're just making it worse.
Correct.
By not thinking about a different approach.
Yeah, so the only thing are we allowed to keep going on that? Are we done?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Got one more to go.
There's something else in terms of like insertion points that creates tension.
Yeah, so that's internal moment arms. So that's
left leverage base, more internal
it's
base.
The distance between the insertion of the muscle and when the muscle actually starts to become, because like it's a tendon and then it's a muscle. Yeah. It's the distance between those two and the angle that it comes out at. Mm-hmm. So like even just thinking about like a bicep.
So that's where I want to go. I want to compare our biceps.
Yeah.
Because I can do 1.5 sets of biceps. I'm done for the session.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally...
But you have to put, obviously, way more volume and effort into your biceps.
It's literally like how the muscle attaches to the skeleton. And then obviously the distance of the humerus too, right?
Yeah.
So all of that stuff, you're going to be able to pick something up and just go at like just instant tension across the board. And then I would say something similar for me would just be as soon as I get under a bench and put something in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same. It's like just how the pec attaches to the sternum, to the clavicle, into the humerus. It's like that just fucking works.
Yeah.
And I've got short humerus as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, sure, don't have the biggest biceps, but maybe they're short, you know, humerus is the reason I got the biggest chest, like, or bigger chest than most other body parts for me. So from that scenario, I agree with the genetic thing. But then I think, sorry, the thing I disagree with that I know other people think is that there's some physiological, you know, genetic thing that's not structural, where they're like, oh, this is why
my back just doesn't grow.
Yeah, like even like, oh, like I laugh about the calf thing. Like my calves have fucking tripled in size in you know, the last 10 years. And it's like, one, I fucking started training them.
Yeah.
Two, I started training them at the start of the workout. And three, they're excruciating when I train them. Like I literally train them with like high levels of volume and like extreme muscle lengths because for that particular muscle, it works really well.
Yeah.
But when you look at other people, like they'll have like sick as arms or sick as whatever, and then they'll like go, oh, my calves just never grow. It's like, nah, you just don't fucking train them properly.
You don't train the calves the way you train your biceps.
Yeah. And like,
so they're not as big as
you do them at the end of the workout.
Yeah.
So you're cooked and you can't be fucked. You
Yeah.
probably do maybe, you know, every second workout you actually finish it.
Yeah.
You know, you probably walk out of the gym halfway through them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, how you perform them. Maybe your ankle mobility's cooked.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not actually accessing like a really decent stretched position like when you are getting down because you haven't prepared yourself before your session.
Yeah.
Like your knee can't even drive over your toe at the best of times. So you're spending no time doing that at the start. Like I just think that there's a lot of things that layer and people just go, oh, it's genetics.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not. It's, you know, bad preparation, bad programming, poor execution, and then poor levels of effort, which I think if I'm going to go, like someone said to me,